And he won't, because his fans make him feel entitled to threaten us and talk to us a certain type of way. And even engaging with some of his fans, like on Twitter and on Instagram, the first thing they'll tell you is, you're just mad because you're poor. You're just mad because you don't have the same amount of money that Jeffree has. But still displaying the same behavior that got him caught up before. He has not apologized for talking down to black women or threatening threatening assault on black women. He hasn't apologized for any of that. And he won't, because his fans make him feel entitled to threaten us and talk to us a certain type of way. And even engaging with some of his fans, like on Twitter and on Instagram, the first thing they'll tell you is, you're just mad because you're poor. You're just mad because you don't have the same amount of money that Jeffree has. But I don't think one's value as a human being is based on the materialistic wealth they've accumulated. Hitler was very wealthy. Stalin was very wealthy. Shitty people can be wealthy. That doesn't mean it's right, or that, their life is of more value than mine, that their opinion is of more value. And a lot of things people will assume, especially when black women on Twitter are talking or standing up for themselves or giving their opinions. You haven't seen half the stuff that I've heard this before, and it's really hilarious. You haven't seen half the stuff Jeffree has seen. No, I've been to some places. Granted, I've gone to these places because I decided to join the military and serve my country and not call people niggers on the internet. But I've seen and done some cool things with my life. And again, even if I hadn't, that doesn't degrade the point that I'm making or like what I'm saying about this particular person. I wish y'all would have gave that same energy to Jeffree that you gave to Laura. They're both wrong, but how are you surprised that someone who hung out with a known racist made racist tweets herself? Like, I don't want to make it sound like white people are another species, but y'all kind of like surprise me at times. And then when black people voice their concern, or when people of color voice their concern, you're so quick to chop them down and tell them, no, that's not the case. No, that's not the case. He didn't mean it that way. How can you? I've literally had Jeffree Star fans vouch for every single word he said that has come out of this human being's mouth. And I honestly don't know how they're not tired. That has to take an immense amount of research to not only interpret, to not only tell me what he said, but to then go on and say, he didn't mean it that way. He didn't mean that in a racist. I don't know. I genuinely love makeup. I love how it can transform you into another person, into a creature, into anything you want to be. But I don't subscribe to like beauty guru culture where you have to alienate people who don't look like you, or talk down to people, or, you know, make yourself holier than thou in order to feel validated. I don't really understand that. I think we all learn at a very early age to treat people how you want to be treated. And no one in their right mind is paying these beauty gurus $60,000, $50,000 without their fans backing them. And I think once people hit a certain like level, or what level they've come up with in their mind, they just decide to be shit people. And I'm just tired of it as a consumer of beauty and someone who just, I don't know, I just think it should be fun. I don't think it should be all this drama and quote unquote social climbing and whatever. What do I know? I'm just a girl from Texas who doesn't make as much money as Jeffree Star. This was fun though. I liked doing this. I liked kind of opening up and giving my personal opinion that wasn't asked for. I enjoyed it, and I hope y'all enjoyed learning more like about me and the person I am, and kind of like what I stand for, even if it was like choppy, and I just wanted to be authentic. I didn't want to come on with like a script or being like, today on Courtney's YouTube. I just want to talk to y'all. But yeah, if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do. I've actually, and I'm not name dropping, I'm not trying to brag, but like I'm really happy that I've been able to interact with other influencers who just stand for what I stand for and who have the same like morals and stuff. But I like engaging with people who watch my videos, just because like I can always do better, and I want to hear what you all would like to see as far as content. I like sharing opinions and talking to different people from different walks of life, because I don't ever want to be closed off or like pig-headed on how other people view society, or how, you know, I don't want to deal with bigots, but like I'm interested on like why people think a certain way or feel a certain way about certain situations, especially within the African American community. I'm really interested in that, because despite what people think, not all African Americans feel the same way about every singular situation. That's it for me. Make sure, if this is your first time here, or you keep coming back and you're not subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe. Just do it. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll leave that information in the description box, and I'll also post the makeup I used today in the description box as well. Thanks you guys. Bye. Define what's cool, what's hip. To use my culture as a catalyst for their career when they don't contribute anything back to my community. It's not fair and it's not cute. And if it doesn't win me fans, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Makeup to me, and doing makeup and making others feel beautiful, is a kind of therapy and release for me. That's why I decided to do YouTube. I didn't do it to charge to charge $60,000 a video or a post. That's fucking ridiculous. That's how much like I make in a year in the Navy. Like, that's fucking ridiculous to do that. I didn't do it to be greedy. I'm doing this because I love it, and I love, to me, making a woman or a man feel beautiful and comfortable with themselves is the most awesome thing you can do. And I know people like joke, oh, it's just makeup, and you may feel that way and you're entitled to do so, but to some of us it's so much more. It's an art form. It's how we express ourselves. And I'm just tired of seeing these people who don't respect the art and who don't respect other people's differences, being the front runners for our community. Does that make any sense? Like, you take the same 8 influencers on trips, you have them represent this community, when you have all these talented people that are just being ignored, but yet we're complaining. And it's not to dig at Makeup Geek, because I actually really liked her post, and it's also not to be messy, but like, y'all are paying these awful fucking human beings, but y'all have the nerve to complain about, you know, how much these influencers cost, and oh, we need new fresh talent. Well, new fresh talent is out there, but y'all want the same 5 white people. New fresh talent isn't always Caucasian. I know that truth hurts, but there are more than 4 or 5 makeup boys you can post who are white, using black gay lingo and black culture to gain a following, and then shitting on us. There are so many talented black men, black trans women and men out there that you could be using. You don't want to, because you're comfortable with your ignorance and what you have. You don't want to use black women of every shade because you're comfortable with the 5 you may have. And I am not digging at any black woman. I don't want it to turn into that, because I really like the black women in the beauty industry that I do see and that I do support. But I just feel like, but there are so many options. Y'all just keep choosing the same thing. And I'm mostly talking to the companies. Y'all are comfortable with what you have, and now it's kind of blown up in your face. I wanted to take the opportunity to say something on my channel, because I know it's one thing to like talk a big game on Twitter. And I'm not about just talking, I'm about action. It's one thing to be like, I feel this way on Twitter, and then get on my channel and be like, today I'm bringing you a set by Morphe. So I don't want to be that person, and it was really important to me to say something on my channel. And I realized y'all didn't really know that much about me to begin with, so I just figured I'd share. And there are people, but I'm really glad I joined Twitter, because I've got to like connect to people who I really, really, really enjoy as far as content, and who actually stand for something besides like, give me this, give me this, give me this, take me on a brand trip, take me on a brand trip. And I'm not trying to hate on anyone who gets taken on brand trips. I'm not trying to hate on anyone who makes a living doing what they love. I think it's kind of common sense. Anyone within their right mind wants to do something that they love for a living and make a profit on it and live a good life. I'm not